What is going on, everybody? Depraved / Sharon. We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. I am so excited for this. Y'all. Y'all.
This is the first new Melanie Martinez song
we've got in a while.
No, that I will be reacting to with you. I wasn't here for K through 12.
True, but you also had not heard Copycat when we listened to it.
True. That is
was relatively new.
Fire Drill, I guess, was also one. But
so for those of you that have not been following, or I mean, I'm pretty sure if you were in here, you've been following along. I reacted to K through 12 because it had dropped.
It was brand new, yeah.
Like, I had no clue it had dropped. So I started reacting to it, and I was reacting to the videos as they were dropping.
Right.
And then she went on this weird, crazy spree where she dropped like 7 in the same day or some shit like that.
And I wasn't out here yet.
And she wasn't out here yet. So we reacted to K through 12. Got requests to review Crybaby.
And react to what music videos we hadn't seen yet. But the entire album was complete review for us.
Right.
Because not only had we heard it, but we both had listened to it multiple times.
We have most of it memorized, if not all of it.
Yeah.
So, we actually, the last time we recorded, had just finished Crybaby.
That was like 2 nights ago.
Right.
Just in time, and that's coincidental.
Right.
It was not intentional.
Because I was even like, well, we're going to try and be a little stingy at this point because there's not much to pick from.
Well, and we were going to
she's
catch,
like, here's me.
Yeah, we were going to catch her audition for The Voice because he hasn't seen that. I have. Again, it was going to be sparse. But then she's like, here, I love you. Here are 7 tracks. And by the way,
here's a video for one of them.
Yeah, so
I wonder if she's going to do a video for all of them like she has for pretty much everything else.
I wonder if there's going to be creepy bunnies in all of them.
That's almost a guarantee.
We're watching. I don't know, because the bakery is listed as number 7 on a 7-track EP, and it is the one that she dropped a music video for. So I'm hoping, because her music videos they really add to her songs.
Now, it's going to hurt, but we're going to wait for about a week.
Just to see
if she drops or talks about anything else. We do follow her on Twitter.
If any of you know... Well, I mean, I also follow several of the Melanie Martinez fan pages type things on Twitter just to try and get the scoop. So if any of you do know if she's going to be dropping music videos, let us know. After about a week and a half, we'll start reacting to the songs.
The one thing we will not do, we have not done it for anyone else, that goes for Eminem or anyone else that's major on our channel, we're not going to react to the same song twice.
Right.
So we're not going to react to the song and then react to the video.
If we've already done an official audio, we're not going to do the official video for it as well. So.
Right. So let us know if you guys know or think that there will be videos. If so, we'll hold off for as long as we can before we just, explode with anticipation and do it in fucking ways.
I can't wait. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm super stoked for this. This is The Bakery.
Right. And it is supposed to be following the same theme, according to the sites that I've followed. Now, reading through the track names, it sounded like, I don't know, tracks that were maybe taken out of the K through 12, at least to me. Like, I don't know. But somebody else said that it's supposed to be continuing following the same theme.
Right.
So, we shall see.
And it's only 2.5 minutes, so.
With
that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to react to this as if you have already seen it. If you have not seen it, please click the link in the description below. Hop on over, watch the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment, let them know we sent you. Come on back. And we say that because we are a reaction channel. We'll be pausing to talk about things, to break things down. Now, granted, this is for pop and or rock tracks. We typically don't pause as much, but please understand there will still be more pauses than probably most other places.
Although I will add a disclaimer, because Melanie normally does have that underlying social discussion going on in all of her songs.
This could be a very long one.
Mrs. Potato Head was a 45-minute reaction, and it was a review.
Right.
But because of the message, we discussed it.
Right.
So, again, if that's not your thing, if you're not here to actually discuss music, just to nod and bob, there are other places for you.
Exactly. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get into this. This is so exciting. Yeah.
This is Melanie Martinez with The Bakery. The Bakery.
Whatever that was.
The Bakery!
The bakery.
The Bakery. Let's get it.
Baker, bake me a cake. That's an ice cream cone. That's not a cake. And
There
she's
you go,
starting off
baby.
with a bunny. All right.
That's what you were hoping for.
That's more like the Easter bunny. That's not like a creepy bunny quite yet.
Give it time.
Although that was like 3 ice cream cones in a row. That's like a ice cream sundae. That's not a bakery. That's a creamery.
She's baking a cake.
Yeah, but the outside of the building.
You're judging a book by its cover.
And you know what?
You should
All
know
of
better.
those cake trays are empty. This is not a very good baker. Oh, she's dancing.
Pack it, box it, flip it, top it with the bow tie, flip it and stop it. Eating all the rainbow cookies, pies are flying through the roof. Not my first pick, but I'll
What?
I've got to take this back. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
The visuals have distracted me.
She's wearing pasties.
She was also in the egg.
Yeah.
She's gonna be baked into a cake.
Yeah.
And the rabbit's over here fucking jamming.
I know. Out.
I was not paying any attention to the words.
Is
Is where I'm going with all this. All right.
pack it, box it, flip it, top it with the bow tie, flip it and stop it. Eating all the rainbow cookies, pies are flying through the roof. Not my first pick, but I'll do it. Make the cash right so I can move quick. Out the shithole with a new whip, cream on top, I'm about to prove it. Pack it, box it, flip it, top it. Pack it, box it, flip it, top it.
You know, she's going quite a few different ways here. She's an egg yolk, or actually the white of the egg.
Mhm.
She's wearing pastry paste-its.
Mm-hmm.
She is now the gingerbread cookie that is not running as fast as it can.
No.
No.
Although I stopped to be like, so baby, lyrically.
Pack it, box it, flip it, top it.
I have no clue what the song's about.
Not yet. I mean, something about toppings, and not her first pick.
Maybe settling for what's left.
Yeah, and honestly, the
Because
packet
somebody
box
else
it,
already ate the cookies from what she said earlier.
well, and the box it part, it just makes it sound like it's generic pre-made versus like homemade.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Pack it, box it, flip it, top it. My boss is Mother Mary. Catch me slipping through the concrete. Show no mercy, step right on me. Stiletto death, send me to purgatory. The bakery, tryna make some more. They expect me to stay when I should go. Grab the bag for when I cross the door. It ain't for me to roll it out, it's just for me to raise the pack it, box it, flip it, top it with the bow tie, flip it and stop it. Eating all the rainbow cookies, pies are flying through the roof. All the cherry, the way they all go, knock 'em down like she a dodgeball. Little mess up and she's angry. One downfall, she blamed the whole team. Pack it, box it, flip it, top it. Pack it, box it, flip it, top it. The bakery, tryna make some more. They expect me to stay when I should go. Grab the bag from when I cross the door. It ain't for me to roll it out, it's just for me to raise the dough. The bakery, tryna make some more.
That's a good pause. While she's melting.
I think this is a representation of her in the music industry.
They tell me I need to stay when I should go.
I
think it's definitely about that whole.
Because she's basically talking about listening to the lyrics. Because she actually had just said something about it's up to me to raise the dough.
Mm-hmm.
Dough being another term for money.
But also dough as in cookie dough, bread dough.
Right.
Right.
But that can also be a representation of it's up to her to put stuff out to make money.
Right. While they sit back and eat the cookies, the profits. And also to go along with the pack it, box it, top it, however, whatever order that goes in. It's the packaging.
It's the demand for a product.
It's the outside look, and it's the shipping, and she has talked about how perfection is key to this. Like, if there's a problem, then it's held back. It needs to be like you send me to hell if I'm not absolutely perfect on the outside. And while I love her aesthetic, she is dressing more like a stripper in this than in past videos. And to me, that's kind of about the industry putting her out there and saying that she needs to sell based on kind of a more generic brand, not necessarily being herself. And,
right.
Unfortunately, that is sort of the female form in the industry is...
Sex sells.
TNA. Yeah. So it makes sense that she's wearing pasties.
Right.
The bakery, tryna make some more. They expect me to stay when I should go. Grab the bag from when I cross the door. It ain't for me to roll it out, it's just for me to raise the
performer sent to consumers. I mean, it does make sense with the industry's sort of idea behind it. So.
But yeah, so, and then again, she was talking about the whole packaging thing. And like I said, just thinking of the lyrics as we were playing through, because when I first was listening, I was like, the fuck does this have to do with anything? Like, is this the first time she's going to put out a song that has no meaning whatsoever?
Oh, no. I mean, I knew just with the chorus that she was talking about a generic sort of stereotype version of something. I just wasn't sure where she was going, relationship or industry.
Again, she is made into a cookie, and there's a term for generic offerings, and it's a cookie cutter.
Cookie cutter. Yeah.
It's
I prefer how
product.
the product says cookie cutter bitches, but yeah, it's a product. Right. But
and
yeah.
Yeah, that's and I love how she says they're wanting me to stay when I should go.
Right.
And I think that was, I don't know when this song was written. Do not get me wrong, because to my understanding, Melanie is now independent.
Right.
So I almost feel like this might have even been written towards the end of her run with.
It doesn't.
The label she was with,
or need to have been written then, but
about
exactly
the exiting of the label.
Exactly. Probably something that, I mean, people jot notes and then come back to it, or she has been talking about all of this stuff more recently, and so it came back. And but again, her visuals are always
Entertaining.
they're entertaining, but they're also great and so perfectly pastel dark,
Right.
like the jelly filling of her cookie
Which is her
being
blood.
consumed by the consumer.
Right.
Right. While she's swallowing a knife, which again is a performing art that they do in the circus. And so, you know, the industry has also been referred to as a circus.
Right.
So, again, it's, you know, strippers or burlesque dancers, which she also could have been, are all parts of performing arts. They're
Right.
another type of, but it is something that you have to look for perfection. They're all kind of a cookie cutter thing. I mean, things are moving out into more independent stuff at this point, but
Right.
stereotypically speaking. So, I will point out that I don't know how she dances on heels that are like, those things had to be at least 6 inches, people. That's not normal, Melanie. Like everything else you do is normal, okay? But that's not normal.
To be fair, we know of somebody that windmill headbangs in the same kind of shoes.
But she also doesn't need 6-inch heels. She's already 6 foot something.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying she's able to. I'm just saying some people have done it enough.
I mean, Lizzie Hale says, I can do whatever you do, but in 6-inch heels. That is one of her taglines. Girls, I cannot do that. So let's just make that very clear. I cannot put on eyeliner without taking out my eyes. So, again, there is that. I love her pastel goth self. I love that it sounds cutesy pop, and it is not.
I again, this is why I love Melanie Martinez's music and her as an artist or a person for that matter.
Right.
Is when you hear her, it's everything you expect a younger pop artist just coming out to sound like in terms of sound.
Right.
It's very reminiscent of very early Britney, very early Christina.
Right.
Like
You're thinking
the
like
pop
16, 17
bounce.
straight out of Mickey Mouse
Right.
Club.
But when you listen to what she's saying,
You're like, never mind.
it's so, like, a lot of times it's so twisted,
Right.
regardless of what it is she's saying and how it's how she puts it together. And then, like, she also has the crazy look.
Well,
and
but
videos.
even if you hear it on the radio, for example, you have to catch those certain lines because
Right.
it's not the whole song, at least not with most of them. It's like one line in there and you're like, wait, what?
Well, and then again, now I do classify her personally in a dark pop category. It's why I love dark pop music to begin with.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, guys. I love regular pop too, to an extent. The stuff I grew up with. I don't like today's current normal regular pop.
Right.
But again, she has that sound. But you will at least at some point in the song hear some sort of cuss word dropped somewhere.
There's something wrong. Yeah.
And and it is very normal to hear her maybe say something along the lines of "fuck you."
Right. I really like Pacify Her for that basic bitch looks
Right.
my way.
Right.
It's like, and there we go.
It's
Love it.
I don't know. I love
if-
everything about
if
this.
she
fucking
qualifies. Like, I don't know what if she categorizes herself, but she's definitely got the pastel goth look. But I also know that because of it being a music genre, I've heard bubble goth, or it's
bubblegum goth.
yeah, but it's also the pop version of it. It ties in with the music. So I don't know, but I do appreciate the fact that you just have to look not even that much closer, and all of a sudden something happens. But then having listened to Crybaby multiple times, the whole album,
Right.
and then having just done the reviews, but as reactions to the music videos, which I had never seen before, the music videos definitely add another couple dimensions to it.
Right.
Because again, aesthetically, it's all pastels, but then there's a lot of dark stuff that's happening.
Right.
So she's getting dissected on a plate and ate.
Right. But yeah, so again, and if you guys are wondering who I would consider like dark pop when I say dark pop, think of Melanie Martinez, Meg Myers, Early Halsey, artists like them.
Curly. There's a couple others. Lola.
No, she's rap. Never mind.
Who?
Ashnico.
Ashnico is sort of verging.
Right.
I mean, she dabbles in both. Grimes does some of it.
Right.
And Aviva could be considered dark pop.
Right.
So yeah, there's several that do it, but Melanie is definitely, I'd say,
She's like the queen of the shit.
other than Curly is like, well, so Feral Hearts is by Curly, but if you listen to like her earlier stuff and her newest album, that is solidly dark pop like Melanie. So anyway, guys,
We've digressed.
add in the comments who you consider to be in the same musical genre. I'm not saying you need to like them as much, rank them, and we're not ranking people.
Yeah, just who are some other dark pop artists you guys like?
Yeah. Or people you would consider in the same genre as Melanie.
Right.
If you don't think that this is dark pop. Just tell us. Let us know.
All right. So with that being said, if you guys like the video, slash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below. What did you guys think of Melanie Martinez's
What are your
bakery?
interpretations?
Yeah, what are your interpretations? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quick response. That's also a great place to drop requests.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we cannot wait to see depraved people later. Peace.